Well, I always think that the Everest of any subject is always interesting, and there is no question that the Everest of flying is a Spitfire. It was the finest, most iconic aeroplane ever built. They are a symbol of freedom throughout the world, which is why we're flying one around the world. And there is something so exciting about that and so passion-invoking. When we bought the two-seat Spitfire in auction, we were like, what are we going to do with this? There was a little article came out in the paper. To my astonishment, that article went to 76 countries around the world. And so on further research, we discovered that the Spitfire isn't just a British icon. It stands for peace and freedom to the world. So our theory is to take the silver Spitfire and to show the beauty and awe and let people see this thing for themselves. Well, there was a wonderful man called R.J. Mitchell, and I would say him and Malcolm Sayer were the two great designers in the last 100 years. Malcolm Sayer designed the D and the E-type Jaguar, and R.J. Mitchell designed the Spitfire. Neither of them saw themselves as stylists. They saw themselves as mathematical engineers, and the shapes they arrived at were not there because they looked pretty. They were there because that is the most functional and incredible shape to achieve performance. And that's what you see when you look at a Spitfire. You are looking at utter perfection. The elliptical wings, of course, are terribly famous. Where R.J. Mitchell was incredible is he was able to bring the cross-sectional area right down through genius engineering. And so you get this slightness to it, and that gives its maneuverability and speed. The Merlin engine was the largest engine ever built, 27 litres. It's 1,500 horsepower. You have got to completely manage that power, and you've got to stay on top of it. And so it's been quite a baptism of fire to learn how to be ahead of a Spitfire. It's a very interesting partnership, IWC. We've known each other for years before this expedition, and there's a real synergy there, and the reason is because we're both obsessed with perfection. There's no flaw in the Spitfire because it doesn't need a flaw, and IWC have got a similar attitude to the way to design a watch. As a piece of mechanical engineering, I don't think there's anything that has the same inspiration value as a Spitfire. I think that's part of the reason that it chimes with everybody.